Aileen McDermott, big round of applause.
Hello. Oh no, thanks. Hi everybody. First time I've spoken at a big conference like this, so I'm a little bit nervous. Everybody who is? Yeah. Yeah, when John, kind of said, oh, well, he actually put the poster out with my name on, and I went, oh, right, am I speaking? Thanks. And then he came over before and says, oh, by the way, you're doing the product. And I said, am I? But I'm not. Anyways, oh my God, what is it? Everybody can see. My name's Amy McDermott, and I joined the business. I just want to think. I joined the business in June last year. I came into the business through Joanne Eldred. I started originally on the shakes because I had a baby in March and I had some baby weight to lose, and Joanne introduced us to the shakes, saying this would complement your clean eating diet and it'll help you shift some pounds and everything. Do I sound funny? No. Oh, you sound funny to me.
You're from the North East.
Cheers, Rob. Why so I started on the shakes and I quickly moved on to the capsules, and I just fell in love with the product. I'm 27 years old and I'm a stay-at-home mum. Previously to Juice Plus, I worked in a bank for 10 years. I started when I was 16. I left school with no qualifications except GCSEs. All my friends went on to college and university, and I did start college, but I just didn't really know what I wanted to do with myself. So I didn't see the point in doing something I didn't want to do, and I didn't see the point in getting myself in £1,000 of student debt. So I left and just started at a bank. Me and Gav have been together since I was 16, childhood sweethearts, and we got married in 2009, and I had Alfie the year after. So this is my wife, this is my two gorgeous little babies. Alfie and Scarlett, who is a right little diva. She's not as angelic as she looks, honest. And this is my story with Alfie. So Alfie is 3.5 years old. He's 4 in April, and last year he was diagnosed with autism. Since he was around the age of 2, we kind of had a thought that he was autistic. He's actually pretty typically autistic, if anybody knows anybody with autism. It's very sensory. He lines everything up in a line. He was actually non-verbal. He didn't really have many words except, well, like dog, a ball. But typically, the obvious words that kids would start to say. It's quite often when Joanne rings me, I'm shouting down the phone, Alfie, stop licking the bin. Because he literally licks everything, so he walks along walls and he's like, but he's an absolute bundle of fresh air. He's the happiest little boy that you'll ever meet. He hasn't got very much concentration, so the health visitor used to come to do his health checks, and he would be up on the settee and running round circles and round circles and round circles, and anything that was in the middle of the floor, he would just run around it for ages. And he would be typical diet. He would only eat anything beige, which tend to be chicken nuggets and chips, which we all know is not healthy, and it was a real struggle to get any fruit and veg into him. So when I started on the capsules, Joanne said that if you really want to sell this product, you're going to have to get on the capsules yourself. And why don't you sign up for the child health study as well? You get these chewables free for 4 months, for up to 3 years, sorry, if you buy the capsules. So I thought, oh well, I might as well. So Alfie started on them and he absolutely loved them. Like, it's not uncommon in our house. I got a delivery yesterday and 1 packet's gone already. He just absolutely throws them in the mouth, and he calls them his sweeties. These sweeties. So he started on them, and within, I would say, maybe a week or 2, I noticed that he was starting to bring his storybooks, which he's never ever done before. He would never sit down and let you read him a story. He would always chuck the book away and go through all of the pictures. But he was starting to bring his books to us, and he was saying, story. And I was like, story? Oh, bless you. And all these words started coming to him. And gradually, one by one, he started saying more and more and more and more and more. And it's absolutely amazing how much has came on. He now says about 60 words. his latest one, which I put on Facebook the other day, and it was like, naughty mummy. Don't say that. But his favourite one to me, which obviously if you're a parent, you always want to hear, is, he says last week, I love you mummy. And it was the first time that I've ever heard it, and as a parent, sorry, I'm going to cry. As a parent, all you ever want to do is to be able to hear the children to say that you love them. Anyway, the improvements were instant. He's now eating fruit and veg and pasta. Now, basically, he talks for England. He can now sit down and paint a picture. He can draw a picture, and he's just turned into this amazing little boy that I never thought I would see. So yeah, that's my story with Alfie. Sorry. So over the emotional part, my business story. I joined the business in June last year. I hit SDD in 10 days, so I did it the hard way that James was explaining about. I literally smashed through 24 sales within 10 days, and it was really hard at the time, but I thought that was just the way that you do it. So as I started building my team and I started teaching people what Joanne taught me and what Emma taught them, was to do this business, you need to get people into your business. You need to recruit them in, because this is how fast your check's going to go up. And I think it was Emma that says that the faster you build your business, the faster your check's going to grow. And that's what I've learned. So at the end of the first month I had 3 team members, and I was proper chuffed. I was like, yay, get me in, so good. So like Joanne, I've pretty much sailed through this business so far, touch wood, and it's no thanks to my absolutely amazing team. I've got absolutely true stormers in my team, like Danielle and Jodie and Laura. So 7 months, 7 promotions, so I'm pretty putting pressure on myself this month to get me AMD, which I'm sure I'll do. And my goal is to be PMD Club 39 by Arizona, which I can't go to unfortunately because of Alfie, but I still want it that way anyway. So, I think you skipped one. Yeah, so my tips on how to build a team. So, client support group is really important. Anybody that's SC and above in this room should have your own client support group. I think I've done it from day one. It's just easier to manage your clients in one base, because as it gets big, I know team link, we all use team link like James mentioned, but eventually it gets a bit out of hand and there's too many people. So take your customers into another group, and try and pick out the ones that you see often posting. Who's on a journey, who's had amazing results, who is posting all the time, and who is sending people to you anyway. I have a lot, I mean, like me with Joanne, I was giving her client after client after client, and she said, "Where's Amy? You're just making a fool of yourself, like you could be making so much money out of it." And that's when I decided to join, but that's what you should be doing. Pick out these people who are the star performers. Look on their Facebook, who's on Facebook all the time. If you're like me, I was on Facebook anyway, and I haven't changed, I'm always on. Inbox rather than status, so I always find that it's better to actually personally inbox people and ask them about the business opportunity than putting on Facebook. I've 5 spaces this month, inbox me for more information, which I hate, inbox me for more information, because I just think this business should be so open. Why do you not want to put it on Facebook? You should be putting it on Facebook. So it makes somebody feel more like you've come to them personally, like you want them on your team. And it makes them feel that bit special, which everybody wants to feel that way. Gain the trust. So I know a lot of people, a lot of my mentors, they were my friends first. I got to know them as a friend before I brought them into the business. Anyways, so they trust us with their life. I would do anything for them. Don't have verbal diarrhea. So Facebook is an amazing tool for us to use. But who wants to hear juice plus, juice plus, juice plus, juice plus, juice plus, juice plus, juice plus? You just get people deleting you. And fair enough, they will delete you. But you don't have to talk about this amazing lifestyle with mentioning Juice Plus. I don't even mention it, because the more people, the more mystery that you bring into it, the more people want to know, and that's when you'll get people inboxing you. For example, I put on, I think it was yesterday, after we got our pay slips were uploaded onto the office, I've had 3 phone calls off members of my team crying down the phone because they're so happy with the pay slip, because they're able to pay the mortgage payments this month. They're able to take the children on holiday, and somebody inboxed us just saying, I've just seen you post on Facebook about your team members being so happy. What is it? Like, what is it? What are you doing? Why is this so amazing? So they actually came to me. I didn't even know who they were. Consistency is key. So the worst thing, I think, is when people batter on about Juice Plus for a week or 2, and then they just go silent. And then a month later, it's back again. Oh yeah, Juice Plus is amazing, it's great, blah, 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 I'm making loads of money. And then they go silent. And you think, if this business is so amazing, and it's such a lifestyle, it's such an amazing job, why is it not always amazing? Why is it only amazing 5 months of the year? So I think it's really key to just be consistent. And I'm not saying, every day you want 5 statuses or whatever. Just make sure that you are living the lifestyle, and this is my life now. This is what I'm about, Juice Plus. And people know that. I believe it. It controls my life, but in a good way. Look after your current clients and mentors as well, which I've touched on. So social media is an amazing way to be able to recruit a team member. We're encouraged to share lifestyle, not money. So I know it's a lot of people think pay today, and it's absolutely amazing money. Everybody is going to be so pleased, I can just imagine. Even from the phone calls that I've had, from what I've seen on Facebook, everybody's over the moon. But what we don't want to be doing is putting, I made £5,000 this month, I made £1,000 this month. Because I think it just cheapens the brand and the lifestyle a little bit. What we want to be talking about is, I've just had a text off my husband there saying I've just been off the phone at Audi, we now officially own an Audi. And that for me is amazing. I mean, I've got a Ford Focus sitting on my drive that needs a turbo, and I haven't been able to use it for 3 weeks. So for me, going from a Focus to like an Audi is absolutely amazing. But yeah, talk about your holidays, talk about all the amazing places we're going to go. We're going to go to Arizona, Barcelona, Reading, Nice. We get to travel the world. We're so lucky to be in this job and have this opportunity given to us. We've got the likes of people like John and Rob, and we get to spend time with Mark Culver and Dave O'Brien, all these absolutely amazing people. So this is the sort of things that we should be sharing. A lot of people observe from afar, so you'll find that sometimes it might be quiet, and you think, oh, why is this going bad for us? Why am I not getting people on my team? And I'm doing everything I can. And what you find is people will observe you from afar, and they'll see what you're doing. And they want to just see how good is it really, and how is it really a fad. So I've got people coming back to us now wanting to join my team who initially queried it with us 7 months ago. So just because you don't think you're getting any movement or team members now, don't give up, because they will come back here. And we are family. I mean, what better family? I mean, I've made best friends out of this business. I get to spend all my time with amazing people, and I count every single person in this room as my family, because you get to spend so much time with them, and that's what happens. You become so close and get bonds with people who, like people like Joanne will just be in my life forever, and we need to make a massive deal out of this, because this is the sort of thing that other companies don't offer. And I've just put up basically